Alright, I'm at the trailhead, hiking up the road north 800 meters. Just got here. Bugs are out without a doubt. A couple cars, not a ton. Cloudy right now, it's only like 70, low 70s. It didn't get too hot yet. So we'll see. I'm going to check out the sign and head on down the road. Okay, I'm at the first point, bend in the road. I'm cutting in now. I'm looking for 42-degree azimuth, getting my compass out. I got everything logged in my notebook, elevation, how long it took me. It took me about 20 minutes to walk 830 meters. I counted it pretty accurately, actually, almost spot on with my step pace counts. Nobody passed me on the road out here at all. Haven't heard any movement from animals, just birds chirping and bugs buzzing. Alright, brush looks to be about waist high. A little concerned, but I'm going to carry on. We'll check in shortly. We're shooting for a hilltop. Highest point in quite the area. Sorry, just swatting bugs. Alright, taking my first break. I'm about, check my pace counter here, I'm about 400 meters in off my last point, which is about halfway. I need to go 800. Counting is difficult. I mean, crashing through brush and remembering to count. So, I don't know. Took a break, tightened up my belt, got my towel out, wiped my sweat. I'm going to get out the map and just take a look at it. The hilltop is beautiful and open. Just grasses and trees. This is beautiful. Coming off the road for the first 100 yards was thick. No animals yet, not even a squirrel. Hardly not even seeing birds, just hearing them. Well, I'm going to get the map out and do another 400 meters about that way. So we'll check in with you later. Alright, so I'm on my hilltop. The pace counted exactly 600 meters. As far as I know, I'm right there. The elevation on the GPS matches up. So I'm going to call this my point. So next I'm going down to the depression, which is a 160 meter elevation change according to the map. So it's 900 meters. So I'm going to use my ranger beads to count my steps. Every 100 meters is 60 paces. I'm going to shoot my azimuth. I only get about 30 to 50 steps, probably not even 50, 30 paces, and I have to keep shooting my direction because I can't see very far. I can see far, but I can't pick out a point and stay focused on it. So I'm only going about 50 meters, 30 paces at a time. So I'm going to set my compass. I got it dialed in to my bearing where I need to go. I'm going to hold it up and rotate until I get the needle, the north needle, right in the doghouse. And I shoot my bearing. I pick a tree. I can see right there. I can see the bark pattern on it. It's unique. That's my tree. That's where I'm headed. Okay, so I'm walking here, heading down to the depression. I shot my azimuth, picked out a tree. I'm going right for it. Here's my beads for counting, right? Which, now that I'm filming, I realize I haven't counted. So we'll give that a, let me see, where was I? Right there. We'll give this 15 steps. Okay, this is gonna be number 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So here's what I picked out, this big stump. I'm at 25 steps, basically. So here's how I count. Every time I get to 60, that's 100 meters. I move this bead up. There are 9 beads on the bottom, 4 beads on top. So the bottom half is every 100 meters, and when I get 900 and I need to go one more, that's a kilometer, and I move one of these up. It's 1 kilometer, 100 meters. It's working pretty good. I've used it the whole time, first time trying it. It's pretty good, so I'm gonna just keep heading that way. I gotta shoot my bearing again because it is tough to see. It is tough. So I'm only going 50 meters at a time, basically. Alright, right there. North needle is in the shed, which just means that it's aligned right there. So those 2 trees that are growing right next to each other, that's where I'm headed. I'm at about 25. I'm gonna keep counting and walking. Alright, here's my tree. That one was pretty short. My count is 48. And shoot it again. Right there. Try to pick a further one. It's tough because you're picking a tree, and as soon as you look down, the tree's gone. You don't know which tree it was. That one right there. Alright. Let's go. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. So, I'm gonna move my beads. Now I'm at 200 meters. Start over at 1. 1, 2, So my count's at 19. Here's my tree. I kind of lost it, but it was one of these here. Pretty close. So I'm gonna just keep doing this over and over. We'll check in later. Okay, just saw my first animal. A deer. I saw a movement off in the distance. I looked, stayed still and quiet, and I saw the deer tail and his body moving. Unfortunately, he's heading right down into the creek, which is right where I'm headed. So we might meet again. And on another note, I got a little passenger. We got a fuzzy caterpillar hitching a ride. So there is life in these woods. Okay, I am looking for the depression. I'm at about 850 meters from my last point, and I was shooting for 900 meters. And I can see right here, looks like a big area that's open. That's what I'm shooting for, a small open area. If I was within 50 meters, so the direction I was headed was this way. When I got here, I turned, looks like right there. So I missed it a little bit. I don't know, 100 meters. I am just going south of it. But I'm pretty sure that's it. So now I'm gonna just head straight for it. Maybe I'll mark this point on my GPS in case that turns out not to be it. I can hit back my trail. But I'm gonna head over there, and I'm gonna walk the edge of it until I get basically on the northwest side of it. And then from there I should be able to shoot to my next point, which is a hilltop not too far. I forget, I'll look at my notebook, but it's only maybe 300 to 500 meters from that point. So I'm gonna head over there, check it out. As you can see, I got the sun. I mean, there's brush, but there is a space here. I'm gonna call this my point. So here's my field. You can see it looks on the camera pretty similar, but just look at the amount of sky here. I'm gonna mark this as my point. So now I gotta go on the northwest side of this. So I'm gonna keep walking with my compass and wait until this kind of opening. I'm gonna use the sky as my topo shape for the depression. I mean, and it should be a low spot, and we're going up slightly here, over there. It's hard to tell. It's certainly not going down. I can't see anything over there. It's thick in here. But I can see, like right here, we're going up slightly. So I think this is it. It is hot. It is getting hot, and this standing in the sun for 2 minutes is hot too. But we're getting pretty close to that creek. When I hit that creek, I just might end up in it. We'll see. Cool off a little bit. Alright, I'm going to move around this. I don't want to go into the thick of it. It's pretty tall brush. Lots of sun in here. So I'm going to kind of work this edge. I'll check in with you guys later. Alright, I'm on the north side of the depression. I got my map out on the ground, oriented it, shot an azimuth to my next hilltop. 71 degrees I'm headed. I decided to take a break, take the pack off, take a drink of water. I'm getting pretty close to the creek, so I'll be able to fill up when I get there. I haven't had any water yet. I don't know how long. My last hike from point to point was an hour. So from total, I've been out here a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours tops, less than 3, more than 2 maybe, barely. But yeah, I haven't had anything to drink yet, but I'm sure I'm needing it. Pretty beautiful out here. Bugs are bad when you stop in the sun, but they're not bad. They're just buzzing you. They're just buzzing everywhere. They're not really attacking me. So this area is pretty nice and grassy. You can see the ferns in the camera, but everywhere that isn't a big broad leaf, it's just nice grass cover, which is a little different than some of these areas. Alright, stay tuned. Okay, I am about 300 meters from my last point. It is thick down here. Most of the first section I was basically up high. Now I'm getting down by this creek. Vegetation is a lot higher, there's a lot thicker. I mean, I just came basically back through here. Some points it's just head down through the brush, taking steps at a time. We got some beautiful big pine trees in here. This is I think it's red pine, but I'm no expert. But I looked them up recently. This bark, the way it's like layered, flaky, you see, like, let's see, where's the camera? Right here. You see how it's like layers. You can really see them, and if you look in between here, you can see all the layers. There was a huge one at the last lake I camped at a month ago. I'm pretty sure these are red pines. They're all in here. Beautiful. Beautiful trees. Alright, I'm going to keep bushwhacking. I'm 300 meters, so I only got another 200 meters to go. I should be at my next point, which is a hilltop, which is pretty close to the creek. The swamp, marsh, wetlands is all that direction. I'd have to look, let's see here. That's southeast. The swamp and marsh, wetlands is all southeast of me, so I kind of curved around it to hit this hilltop, and then I'm going back to get to the creek. Sounds like it's raining, but I don't think it will last if it does. So I'm standing on a dead tree here, a huge, I don't know, maple maybe? Huge maple. I'm like 4 feet off the ground. This area is thick. I'm basically going right through it, and the brush is over my head. So I'm not looking forward to this, but I'm going to push on another 100 meters. And I just kind of stopped, took a break, looked at the map. I mean, the map, there's no way to know how thick it was in here on the map. Made a note in my log that this area is like this. But I don't know, I'm going to just push on. Shooting with the compass right now is like impossible. I can't see 10 feet when I'm down on the ground. Again, I'm like 10 feet up in the air right now where my camera is. So, I had a jump scare with a grouse. I yelled at him for scaring me. But we're doing good. I'm gonna get off this log safely and see where I can go for my next 10 steps. Alright, I think so. By my pace counting, I should be at my point, but it is just so thick in here I can't see anything. I guarantee I under counted because it's so thick. I guarantee I'm not far enough, but I don't really want to go any further than I have to. Alright, the whole point of this point was to just kind of go around the wetlands. So I'm going to mark this as my point. I'm going to put it on the GPS and look at the path from my last point, because I can't imagine it was very straight. I'm sure I'm way off course. But either way, from where I am, I'm going to shoot a direction right for the creek now. A couple 100 meters. Probably about 500 meters again, but it is thick. I am not making any speed at all. So, yeah, look at this stuff. It's all up to my head, over my head. When I'm shooting with my compass, I'm picking trees. I can't even see the base of it. I'm just picking, oh, that tree 20 meters away. I can see it 15 feet in the air. I can't see anything in between us. I'm counting out loud. Making noise, lots of noise in here. Alright, I'm gonna keep at it. Okay, we are taking a break. I got my safety glasses on. I got gloves on. I put my head net on. And man, I went through that thick stuff. It's tough when you're, this stuff behind me here. It's tough when you're shooting a bearing with your compass. Because if I'm trying to hit that tree, you have to go pretty straight towards it. But if I was just going in like a general direction, I could kind of wind my way through stuff easier. But I mean, I'm counting my steps out loud. Which reminds me, I think I just lost count. My backpack has the beads. I'm about, I think I'm 200 meters from my last point. I need to go another 200 to 300. But it really opened up. The forest did now. So now it's good. Now I can walk. We'll see. In another 50 meters it might change again, but just taking a break right now. Holy man, we found our creek. Look at the space. Oh my God, I'm blown away. I was kind of up on the hill, going kind of this direction, but I could see it off to my right. I could see space. Man, this is nuts. Tall grass here along the banks. I'm not sure what to expect. I could see some, I could hear some movement 5 minutes ago, but I don't know. I yelled at it. Look at this creek. This is nuts. It's crazy low. There's a lot of bugs. Time for a break. Set the pack down, get a little fire going, and make some hot dogs. I'm going to explore a little bit here, but I think I was trying to shoot for up in there more, because I was trying to stay out of the marsh, but it looks like it's right there. So, it's pretty close, I think. I'm going to walk around a little bit and check it out and get a fire going, maybe keep some of the bugs back. Okay, I got a very small fire here. Being very careful, I'm not walking away. But bugs backed off a little bit with the smoke. I'm gonna do one hot dog, see how it goes. Hot sunny day. I am ready for lunch. Oh yeah, looks good, huh? Nice and sloppy. Okay. This is lunch. I got a very small twig fire going here. Being very careful to keep everything under control with the flames. Okay, there's some flame. So, I got hot dogs on a stick. Just like that. And the bugs were just swarming around me. I had my head net on and my gloves, so I literally didn't have an inch of exposed skin. But they were just flying around me non-stop. As soon as I got this little fire going, it cleared out. It is still hot. I'm right here on the banks of this creek, the edge of this wetland. I'm dreading having to go back into that forest. It is thick. So looking at the map, and I don't know, it seems to be below an elevation, 1,400 feet. It got really thick. So I think I'm gonna work my way basically straight out to higher ground after lunch here. We're losing our flames. My hot dog dog stick is on fire. Oh, no. What a disaster. I can't believe that's what happened when I decided to film it. I have a smaller stick here. Not really. Maybe this one. My nose is running from the smoke. Alright, let's get this hot dog back on the stick. Hot, 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 hot. There. Ooh. What a disaster. Alright. Well, I think it's pretty cooked since it was freaking laying in the fire. Get this to stand up for a second. Too long. Okay, let's break it without losing our hot dog again. Okay, that was good. All right. So, pretend all that business never happened. It's all good. Got a bun. And a hot dog. I love my ketchup, so couldn't come without that. And I got some mustard. Dirt, ash, and all. Very good. Alright, pick up all my garbage. And now I gotta get some water on this fire. Pretty hot and dry out here, so I'm gonna be very sure that this is out. I'm gonna get water from the creek. I'm gonna drink some water and then I'm gonna set out for the afternoon. I don't exactly know what I'm doing because traveling here was so rough. I might make a new route, but I'll check back in with you later. Okay, I am sitting here, taking a seat on this log, catching my breath. I'm on my way out from the creek to the northwest. It is thick in here. I mean, I can't even step. I am just plowing through brush. So I'm basically making, what I can tell is a straight line for the high ground. And get some relief from this thick stuff. Once I'm up there, I'll reassess my direction. It's pretty tough to tell what it's gonna look like until I get there. So I'm about 350 meters. I estimate about 600 total before I get to higher ground. I don't know if it's gonna let up by then or not, but I'm shooting for 600. And then we'll try to figure out from there. It's hot. It's not so bad in the forest, but I'm just working so hard with my body that I'm sweating. Bugs are crazy. Flies all over. Flies just swarming. But I'm making progress. So far so good. Alright, I am out of the thick stuff. We got some space behind me for once. Man, that was incredible. Just crazy. I don't know what I'm doing. So I hiked northwest for about 400 meters through thick brush, just trees growing sideways where I just have to force my way through. I have to find a point, separate them, and go through just non-stop. Crazy. And then I hit a west bearing that I thought would take me to the high ground. And here it is. I just emerged into this area. So now I'm going to be following this down that direction. And man, now I can enjoy the walk. Before it was like a battle. This is a walk. So pretty thirsty, drinking lots of water. It's a hot day, but hanging in there. Good spirit still. All right. Check in soon. All right, well, heading just straight west across this high ground. It is beautiful. Man, if I never went down in that thick, it's a completely different story right now. But I'm on my way out, heading west. Got 600 meters to go, which is nothing really. I mean, half hour. Easy when it was taking me 2, 3, 4 times as long when it was just so thick. But just shooting west right now. I'm walking about 100 meters. Pick up the compass, kind of reorient, walk another 100 meters. This part isn't really too important that I'm right on the azimuth, because I mean, I'm going west. The road runs north and south. I'm in good shape, just in a westerly direction. But alright, I'll check in when I get to the road, I guess. Just like the inchworm, 1 inch at a time. Good luck, little buddy. You can do it. All right, I hit the road. Believe it or not, my final pace count, 800 meters. I literally hit the road on step number 800 for my pace count. Step number 60, which is my 100-meter increment. I literally hit it exactly. So counting works. I'm using 60 for every 100 meters. Pretty good. Pretty good number, I guess. I've had success all day with it. So, beautiful day, hot, sunny. The brush is really coming up now. I don't think I'll be doing this again any time later than this in the year. So maybe earlier spring would be best after the snow melts. Stopped back there about 100 meters ago. Did some stretching. My legs were getting cramping up a little bit. Drank some water. Stretched out my legs. Feeling it on my feet, but I don't think anything's terrible right now. If I was going a whole week-long trip or something, yeah, my feet would be a concern at this point. I'd need to take it easy. But I mean, it was a good experience. Orienteering went pretty good. I was planning on sleeping out here, but the fact of the matter is, I had to abort. It's too hot. I don't have enough water. I hiked into where I had lunch, filled up my water, and I knew it was just too much work to get in there. And I wasn't gonna have enough water. I've drinking 3.5 liters so far. So yeah, I'm not staying out. It's because the water source is so far in. I was planning on camping at the water source. Then you have unlimited water, but I knew it was just going to be too much to hike out tomorrow. So here we are. Still a wonderful trip. Wouldn't change it. Glad I did it. Beautiful wetlands. Here's a nice open field along the road. Quiet back here, not a soul. Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope to make another video. This is my first one. Please be patient with me. Thank you.